watching Afternoon Live. Whether your relationship has lost that love and feeling or you aren't in a relationship at all, Valentine's Day can bring up some complicated emotions for many. Here to help us sort it all out is mental health counselor Christine Cauwels is with us today. Christine, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I think it's probably more common than not that the majority of people who are single or maybe even just starting a relationship really don't like Valentine's Day all that much.
No, and I think we put a lot of undue pressure on ourselves, even if you are in a relationship. Valentine's Day is just a day. You can use it to celebrate a relationship, but you don't have to.
But it's really hard when all you see is hearts and flowers and, you know, people talking about and gushing about, especially with social media, right? Of all the happiness that it should bring.
That's what I meant by it. It puts a lot of undue stress on folks.
Yes, I guess I should say no matter who you are, there's probably a majority of people who say maybe we should just cancel the day itself. But we all have to live through it. And we're going to touch on some people and things and scenarios today. So kick us off first. For those people who maybe have a crush on someone this Valentine's Day or have the fear or the anxiety around, like, what do I do about this? What's some advice that you have for them?
So first of all, what are your positive traits? What are you bringing to a relationship? So use those for positive self-talk. Build yourself up. You have something to offer too. I think a lot of times we put ourselves down and think that we're not worthy of the person we're interested in, when in reality, a relationship is 50-50. So what are you bringing to the relationship? And use that to build your own self-confidence. And finally, don't catastrophize. Don't make it worse than it is. If you ask them out and they say no, what's the worst thing that could happen? You might have a little bruise to your ego, but in the grand scheme of things, at least you tried, and you'll know that, and you'll know you took the effort to make the steps to reach a goal that you might have.
No offense, but if I was that person, I would say, well, maybe they said no just because it's Valentine's Day and that's a lot of pressure. So do you give yourself a second chance in asking them out again if it's a no for Valentine's Day?
Sure, absolutely, but also be respectful of their boundaries. If they have said, no, I'm interested in someone else, or no, I'm in a relationship, then respect that. But if it was just a matter of now's not the right time, then maybe find another time.
Okay, next step is the topic of trying to get that love and feeling again, right? What are some good tips that you have for that on Valentine's Day when you're trying to feel that romance and it's just not there yet?
So first of all, I want everyone to know it's okay to be alone. It's okay to not be in a relationship, and that doesn't have to be forever. That's until you find the right person. The main thing is not to isolate and get down on that. So find a friend to go out with, whether it's a guy friend or girlfriend, and hang out and spend time with your friends and people that build you up and make you feel good until that right person comes along. You don't have to settle. You don't have to jump into something just because you feel the pressure of Valentine's Day.
What if you want to get that sizzle back, though, on Valentine's Day, that you want to do something romantic, but you're not quite in that, you're in a relationship, but not like where you're very romantic in the first place?
Take the leap. What would you like to have on Valentine's Day? You don't have to wait for someone to give it to you. If you're in a relationship and you want to restart the spark, what would you like to do as a part of the relationship? Take the initiative. If you would like to go out to a fancy dinner, invite your spouse or your significant other out. You don't have to wait to be asked.
Okay, so then there's the at last. So you have found the one at this point. It's Valentine's Day. A lot of pressure coming on, right, as far as maybe planning a wedding, maybe trying to make those big choices, financial choices. What advice do you have?
First of all, keep up with your self-care. Know what's important to you. Make sure that you're taking the steps to reach the part that you want, the things that you care about, and delegate the rest. So if you really don't care what color napkins they use, let mom pick. Break the to-do list into manageable pieces so that you can get through it, and keep the end goal in mind. What is it that you're working toward? You're not just working toward a fancy wedding, you're working toward a life together. So keep that end goal in mind, and it'll help you reach the small goals along the way. And
what do you think ultimately is the best Valentine's Day gift for the one that you love?
Ooh, it depends on the person. For my husband and I, we'd love to go to a baseball game. Unfortunately, it happens in February. So we'll probably go do something with our kids, to be honest. We like to do family things. So I think it really depends on your relationship and what's important to you. It doesn't have to be roses and chocolates. It can be bowling, or it can be a night out with your kids. Whatever is important to you is what will be meaningful for you on Valentine's Day.
Well, I guess for you, and because I think they're awesome too, go Cubs. I'm assuming that's the baseball that you like going to. Christine,
That's
thank
actually
you.
my husband's. Yeah, he's a huge Cubs fan. I'm a Yankees fan. So we
Oh,
have a little bit of a
that's so
divided
fun.
household.
Oh, no, that makes it very entertaining. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're going to have more information about Christine on our website at katu.com. Don't go away. We'll be right back. But first, here's Stacey Bell and the must-have gadget.
The following